Hello, this is Mr. Fritz, and this is the week of May 26th through the 29th, and this is This Week in Science. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend, so let's get into it. For science this week, we have 4 things we're going to be taking care of. You're going to have a notes and a notes check that's all about Chapter 8, Lesson 2, how matter changes state. So you're going to be writing notes about how matter goes from a solid to a liquid into a gas back into a liquid back into a solid, and there's even some instances where solids turn right into gases and gases can turn right into solids. So you'll be learning about that on your notes. You're going to be reading about Chapter 8, Lesson 2 from page 283 to 288. There's a digital worksheet that goes with that, as well as a lab demonstration I have for this week. So let's look at each of these assignments and how you can get to them a little bit more. The first assignment we have you doing this week is your notes and notes check. Now, before you do the notes check, you obviously have to take the notes. You have a couple of places where you can click. If you scroll down and click 6th grade science units with links, boom, take you down to the highlighted changes in state, which is about Chapter 8, Lesson 2. That's where you'll go to our tutorial here. As you can see, changes in state. There is a video that you need to watch. Now, before you watch it, you want to make sure that you have a blank piece of paper that you can write down the key vocabulary words where you're going to write the definitions. And again, for your note check, you're going to match the words in the definition. In addition to that, on the back side, you're also going to do the summary of the lesson, which will pop up that you've seen before. One added thing to this week is there is a flow chart that I want you to draw. It will pop up in the video, but it's also right here, the phase change flow chart. This will be a question on your notes check. So you can go there by clicking 6th grade science students with links. You could also actually just click on the notes and notes check, and it'll take you right. I'll do the preview for this. There's a link right here as well. If you need to do that, you click that and then you start your attempt. When you do that, you will see the words on the left, the definitions on the right. There's a drop box with all of them. So make sure that you're writing them and you can see what word goes with what definition. Pretty important. Task for this week on Wednesday, we have you set up to read Chapter 8, Lesson 2, Changes in State. So if I click on here, it says page 283 to 288. You have a couple of options. I have the link to the website. It tells you to use your username and ID and how to set, to log in. This is what the page looks like, all of that. Now, for some reason, your online textbook's not working. Here's a PDF of the textbook as well. Go on to my online textbook. It's about Chapter 8, Lesson 2, Changes in State. We have a lot of vocabulary. So as you go through here, take your time, pay attention. When you see the red headers, those are the big ideas, and then you have your highlighted words. Look at those key concept checks, and if you can answer those, you did a good job reading. If you get reading fatigue, you can click the little purple button.
Kinetic and potential energy.
And the computer will read to you if you go on a computer. The iPad app, again, like I've said before, sadly does not do that. So as you read about how energy in the particles move, that helps us understand how matter can change. Pay close attention to these graphs. They show you how you go from a solid, you melt and turn into a liquid, as well as going from a liquid into a gas. We also look at the difference between sublimation and deposition. Now, you should have written notes about those from the day before, but make sure you go through there. Here's some good examples. We'll have a lab next week with that. As I go through, finally, there's your flow chart again that you drew in your notes. Make sure you read all of that to be prepared for the digital worksheet, which is the next task. For Thursday is doing your digital worksheet about Chapter 8, Lesson 2, Changes in State. Now again, do this after you've written your notes and have read the lesson. So when you click on there, it'll take you here to your step. Again, before proceeding, you must have taken the notes and read Chapter 8, Lesson 2. It's going to make your life a lot easier. So when you start your attempt, pay attention to the things it tells you about where you found, what page you found it on, and you're just going to drag and drop your answers into the assignment where you find those terms are necessary. The final assignment is the lab video from the phase change Edpuzzle activity. So it says must open using link in the center of Schoology. It's right here in the center, okay? I have people who consistently will email me saying it's not working, and it's because they click here on the side. For some reason, the Edpuzzle activities, I don't know why. We're trying to figure it out, why it doesn't open there, but you have to open it in the center here. So when you click here in the center, you will have a video. I want you to watch it. It is actually a very condensed version of our lab. So you'll watch the video, the questions will pop up. This was a 30-minute video that got condensed down to 4.5 minutes, so it's not going to take you too long to go through, but pay attention, and hopefully by taking those really good notes you did, reading the lesson and doing the book assignment, this video of our lab will make a lot of sense for you. So we have our 4 tasks this week. The first one, you have to do the notes and notes check about Chapter 8, Lesson 2, all about changes in state. You're going to read Chapter 8, Lesson 2 about changes in state. You're going to do the digital worksheet about changes in state. When I say change state, like from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, you know what I'm talking about. And then finally you have our lab video, the Ed puzzle about phase change. Now, those 4 things, you can do them in order. You don't have to wait till Friday to do this or that. You can. Some people like to do them all at once. Some people like to spread them out. It's completely up to you. A couple other items. Remember, the extra credit science challenge is still up, and you have actually, I've extended it until next Friday is the last day you can upload your video of your energy car. So if you want to get extra credit, make sure you do that as well. All right, for Mr. Fritz, which is me, I hope you guys have a scientific week. Make sure if you have any questions or concerns about any assignments, send me a Schoology message. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot, and I hope you guys have a great week. Stay science.